One.
Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you doing tonight? We are just going to chat for a little bit. We're a little bit early yet, but for those watching on playback, it's very nice to have you here with us. I know a lot of our new followers from the UK and Australia. We've had quite a few from Australia, right, Randy? And
yes, different
places that the time zones don't go so great that will be watching this tomorrow. It's very nice to see you all here. So we have a lot of things tonight.
Up.
What?
I'm gonna get things up and running.
Up and running for me, yes, thank you. There's always that few minutes.
Volume is
off.
Yes.
Yeah, stern talking to you at HR last week.
Yes, I
did. No, your jaw is always safe.
Is it now? I don't feel
as number one husband.
There we go.
It's all good.
Hold on.
Oh, we've got someone, I think, maybe trying to get in. Or is that... on this group, you all had to answer questions and everything to let us know that that you want to join. And so as we're doing this tonight, we're trying to check. We've had so many new followers lately, which is wonderful. We're so happy to have you join us.
Oh, Leona's here.
Leona, hi. How you doing, my dear? How was your week?
And Katie.
And Katie Trish. And Trish. Hi. How was your vacation, Trish? Where'd you go? Somewhere fun and exciting? Leona, I'm so happy to have you here. And Katie, where are you from, Katie? Nice to have you with us. And yeah, so we've had so many new people.
Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Tammy.
Tammy Lynn.
Yeah.
From Aurelia. Nice to see you, Tammy.
Katie.
I'm wonderful. My week's been good. Great, Leona. Hey, Zieglitzy. Hi, Khadija. How are you this week, my dear? It was great. Oh, camping in Tobermory. Very nice. I haven't done that since I was like a little kid, but it's on the to-do list for sure. How was it this year up there? Was it chilly? I'm so disappointed in our weather lately. It's been nice. I shouldn't say that, but it's been a little too cold to get in the pool for my diva backside.
Nancy's here.
Hi, Nancy. How are you, hun? I'm one of those women. I love the water. Like, I am a total water baby. But if it's below 80 degrees, this butt is not getting in there. I'll put my feet in for a little while. Tammy, then your Facebook. And we love having you. Love having you here. We're doing great, Khadija. Thank you so very much. This week has been good, very productive, which is a good week for me. And the water was surprisingly warm. Yay! I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. We have the most beautiful lakes here, and it is something I want to do more, is to go and visit the northern part with all the lakes. I just don't have time.
Crystal's from Atlanta.
Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you. I live very briefly in Carrollton, in Georgia. Not too far.
Aria's Balloons is here.
Hi, Aria. Nice to see you. Well, I always say that. I don't know why I say it. It's nice to have you here with us. I can't see you. Obviously, you get to watch me, but I am so great. So happy to have you guys here. You have no idea. So tonight on the agenda, we are going to do a live first touch review of Prima Balloons. These are gifted to me from SKS Novelty here in Ontario. Oh, and they have a location in Quebec as well. So I told them we would take a look at them and see. I'm very excited to get to play with these. The plan with these is we are going to make a little base and some 5-inchers on there, and I'm going to leave it here, and next week we'll check in on it and see how it's holding up. Planning on coming to one of your in-person sessions. Just have to book a day off work to come. Yes, Tammy, I'm so excited to hear that. It's coming up fast though, the one on the 20th. And then we'll have some more if you can't make that one, but I really think you would enjoy that one. Oh, you want one up? No.
Yes.
Oh, no, she said in-person sessions. Are you talking one-on-one with me, or are you talking to one of our workshops?
Oh, one of your one-on-one. one of your in-person sessions.
Yeah. So
see, I'm trying to write down stuff.
I have Randy on a task this week. I want to keep track of who checks in because I don't see who's in the room. I see if you've commented, and I see your questions and everything like that. But Randy, on his setup with the phone, he gets to see who checks in. So I would like to know who's all there because
a lot of people.
A lot of people. I'm so excited. Very good. A workshop, Tammy. I would love to have you come to the workshop.
Lex's Letters is here.
Hi. Welcome.
Patel Ben.
Oh.
Brandy Sills.
Oh my goodness. We've got so many.
We got so many. Anyways,
I'm
continue
so happy to have you all here. So anyways, what I was saying, we're going to open up the Prima Balloons here in a few minutes, and we're going to build a little base, and we're going to keep checking on them in our weekly lives and see how long and how well they do. And what I think of them, if my opinion matters to anybody. All right. What the first thing I'm going to say is I love their packaging. It's totally plastic free, which we try very, very hard to recycle, reuse within our business, and I'm sure you all do too. And I compost all of my leftover balloons that we have here, and so these are also biodegradable, and the packaging as well. So I'm very happy to hear that. My in our podcast that we did regarding Qualitex, we had asked where these are made, and someone replied that they're made in China, which they are. And I'm going to read directly what's on the packaging. It says, designed and engineered in the USA, manufactured in China. So the primary design setup and everything was done in the US, and the engineering, but they do come out of China.
Inez is here.
Hi, Inez. Hi, friend. How are you? Inez and I, we have our call. So Inez is part of our mentoring program, and she's part of the creative crew. And we have a call tomorrow. In that program, we have weekly 15 minutes, but like, honestly, Inez, has it ever been just 15 minutes? I don't think it ever has. But we have a weekly call where we talk about what she's working on. She gets a homework assignment. Fabulous. She's doing so much better. Anyways, are we ready to open these? We're also going to do tonight, if you're interested, obviously you're interested, you're here. We're going to make sand weights tonight, and we are going to do a little work with Link-A-Loons. All right, so let's start with our pretty packaging from Prima. They're still having some problems getting stock in. Their availability is very limited, which is a little difficult. So like a total switchover would not be able to happen right now, but I thought I would show you guys. And I brought in a couple of the Sempertex, similar color. They're pastel matte pink, and I thought we could compare them, right? And so far, they feel very similar. A little more slippery. I had gotten a chance at one of the distributors to very quickly touch some inflated ones that were inflated with helium. And it's true, they do feel a little plasticky. The powder coating seems to be nice and sufficient. They're not all stuck together like some of the brands that we get, which is nice. How many of you have opened up a bag of balloons and they were all stuck together because they didn't put the enough of that powder on them? Did you ever do the deep dive, Randy, and find out what that powder is made out of?
I have been so busy. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. How are you, my dear? Okay, Diane, we have to do that test on your Zoom. We didn't do that. I'm so sorry. It's been a little hectic around here. Now I can't tell which are the Sempertex. Oh, I put the Sempertex away.
Yay.
I thought, oh, this week I'm going to be so much more organized and be on it. Sorry, everyone. Loud noise. Oh.
I had that on the 9. I was doing Link-A-Loons.
Uh-huh.
I made a Link-A-Loon garland.
Yes, you did. For a lady who was turning 80 on the other day. All right, so they round out nicely. They're super slippery. The tying is nice. Now what they're promoting on here is extra long necks, okay, which is nice. They're patent pending on that, I think. And the purpose of that is to allow you to tie them together easier and to tie them into a garland easier without using an additional 260. Sometimes you have to. But I love the color, it's very pretty. Hello from Australia. Karen? How do you pronounce that? How would you say it phonetically? I try very hard to get everybody's name right, but I'm horrible with names, I have to admit. I try though. And good morning in Australia. So what is the time difference? What time is
tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. She's saying good morning. So tomorrow, or is it
No,
early stage? They're ahead of us?
they're ahead. Remember in Hawaii, 6 hours difference. Australia, depending on Sydney side, Australia or New Zealand was 23 hours. Or
We're straining your brain, hun. Oh my goodness.
God, yeah.
We used to live in Hawaii is what he's doing, and that was 6 hours behind the Eastern Standard Time that we're in right now. So we're always doing the conversion because we want to talk to our friends and everything. So the first observation I see with these is they are so slippery that they will not stay down as a flat quad. Oh, there we go. Okay, I played with it enough that I must, nope, there it goes again. So that would be a bit of a finicky thing. But anyways, we'll try another quad and tie it to it and see if it stays. Leona, you are up late again tonight. Are you feeling better? Is the cold gone yet? Oops. How are all your children? Leona has 5, right? 5 kids, you said? It's a lot. I'm a mom to 1. Our daughter is 29. I'm old as dirt. All right. Some days I feel like that. Other days I still feel 16. So it works out.
Dirt.
No?
Nope.
What?
I refuse to be old.
I told Randy we need to do one of those little videos, you know, on the reels where they sing the song. Oh, I like my women a little bit older. Yeah, that's us. I'm 3.5 years older than Randy, so he likes to tell everyone that. Although he looks older, right?
It's the gray.
How are the pricing compared to other brands? That's a very good question. And you know what? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that, but I will find out and I'll post a comment on the rewatch tomorrow for you, okay? I apologize, I didn't think about that. That's a very, very good question. They're interesting. Let me just say that. My hands feel a little sticky.
Sticky?
Yeah.
Slick.
No, sticky. I'm trying to, you know what, if you've ever wore latex gloves for a while and you take them off and you have like that, like I could snap, no problem right now. But they are staying together. Now that I've tied in the top tier to the bottom tier, they're staying quite nicely. But you can hear them. They have like a little grit or powder or something on there. I hope you could hear that. Anyways, okay, so that's the pink. And I love their teal color is really nice looking. So I figured I'd get some 5 inches of that. There we go. Put them out of the way for a second.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? So you can see they do have a longer neck than normal. Randy, can you grab me a couple 5 inches of Sempertex?
Sure. What color?
Does not matter. I'm just comparing. Okay, so overlay, you can see it's got, what is that? 1.5 centimeter extra length in the neck. So a little longer, and it's utilitarian. I get it. Thanks, love. And we'll do the same now with the 5 incher. Oh, that's much longer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, for me, having the longer necks is a pro-con thing. Okay, because when you put them on the your pump, I use a Legenda. And when you're putting it on here, if you're just doing a small one, say I was doing a 2.5 inch or something, you do that and it's not tight and you get that dark spot down there, right? So even in the regular balloons, especially the reflex ones, I always push it way down onto my pump so that you get the better color. So I would have to really push that down to get that. But I do, for tying in purposes, I love it, but it is going to take a little bit more time to push it down, cinch it in before you tie it off. So I don't know.
Deja says, I think the size is like Decomax.
Yes, you're right. Decomex does have the longer necks on them as well. And you know, I usually end up cutting them off, to be totally honest with you. But they feel like a good quality balloon. I'm not gonna say, you know how when you feel Calisan, for example, they're quite thin, or Qualitax at the end, their stock that's left available was quite thin. And even Decomex, when they first came out, was quite thin. These are not. These are nice and thick. They feel sturdy. So I will finish off a couple more quads of this. One. You know what? Randy, can I have one more of these? I'm gonna, on the base, we'll do one 5-inch quad of theirs, and we'll do a Sempertex, and we'll see how they age out next to each other. I think that sounds like a bit of a plan.
Sounds like a plan, man.
A plan. Don't mind the color choices on the baby pink base. Whew. It's gonna clash. Speaking of color, September we have our color theory webinar coming up, where I will teach you everything about color, association, blending, and all that wonderful stuff. Can I have that base back?
Sure. You throw it at me and then you want it.
Then I want it back. All right. So, what I'm gonna do is tie these in, because that's what they're intending it for. So it would save you on glue dashes, which, hey, I'm all for it. Those things are expensive. But what they're saying is that it's supposed to not, see how this one wants to pull in? Oh yeah, I would struggle with that sliding around like that. But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna put the other one over here. This is not for aesthetic reasons, this is just utilitarian to see how these guys hold up. So don't mind my color choices and styling. But yeah, they're very slippery. Like, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. So even the long neck, but it's still, I think you would have to spend a lot of time fiddling with them. Which, if the price point is good enough, would not be a problem. But if they're similar in pricing, I don't know.
Putting them on a freestanding garland.
Yeah, if you're putting them on a frame, that's not bad. But like on a tabletop that you want to have sit there, like at the clients, I think the first person to touch it, it's going to slide everywhere. We'll see how it ages. All right, so we'll put that aside and see what happens.
Here's a good question. How does a glue dash hold on?
That is a very good question. So I use the Gemar brand of the U-Glue dashes. I used to be all about the Pro Tape ones, but I have, within the last 6 months or so, realized that these are just a little bit stickier, a little bit more hardy. You can even feel a difference. I had a full box of each, and you could feel the weight difference. So, see, these are, all right. Okay. So, a little pump up here. Did this one a little bit bigger, but let's see how it sticks. right, so we're gonna do something like that. It's got one. The glue holds well on it. Very sticky. Not bad. It's just the sliding factor. So what I would do is I would use them, but I would probably choose to glue everything in and not just tie them in, because those are pushing it up. But we'll put it aside and we'll pull it out again next week and we'll see how it does. Anyone have any questions about that? While I clean up and transition. All right. I also very much like their baby blue. I'm looking for a good replacement for Qualitex Pale Blue. I really loved that color. It was a good medium between the Sempertex Matte Pastel Blue and like the standard blue or their blue color. And it was a really nice in between. And I haven't found that anywhere yet. Let's see if this one is comparable. I think this one might be closer to the matte. Yeah. And they do have the same as Sempertex, they do have the drip point from where they're made. So the difference between that is, so in the earlier years of Qualitex, when they were making the balloons, it would go through the machine and it would dip down and then come up, and then theirs would flip, okay? So it would drip down. With Sempertex and a lot of the other brands, and I'm assuming Prima because they've got the same thing, they dip and hold. So all the colorant comes to the very tip, and so you get a little bit darker color. I call it a nipple, whatever. But as I was saying last week, I have never had, was it last week or the week before? The weeks are all blending together now.
They all blend together.
I've never, in all the designs I've done, I've never had a client complain about the dot on the end. At first, I was very neurotic about it and it was bothering me, but I realized it was just bothering me. No one else noticed. So don't stress about that if you're looking at changing brands or looking for a replacement. You notice it, nobody else will. I promise you that. All right, so we're gonna make some sand weights, people. So this was something that I mentioned last week, and Leona mentioned it would be a good thing to have in her group as well. So again, for anyone who doesn't know, Leona, or she's listed on there as Leah Sanders, is the originator of a group in the UK called Balloon Decorations and Event Styling Help? Something? Event?
Yeah, we're bad about that.
We're so bad. Randy is one of the admin on her page, and we can't even remember the name. Isn't that awful? But please, Leona, if you want to, again this week, post your link. I would encourage you to join her group as well. We love having you here, and we want you to be members here. But it's really interesting to get perspectives on different countries and different trends, and the more people you can be in contact with within the industry, the more you're going to learn. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, Balloon Decoration Event Styling Support Group.
Support group. Okay, so I had it almost there.
Almost.
Next week, Leona, I promise. Okay, so what we have to make our little weights is a scale, a little kitchen scale. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be ounces, it can be grams, it doesn't matter. And depending on where you live, it'll be. Here in Canada, we get both.
Leona shared the link.
Thank you so much. Yep. And so what I do is we have these left over from my parents' 60th wedding anniversary last year. And we use these as to fill up the sand and then recycle them as they break.
And everyone in the States knows Red
Solo cups, right? There was even a song. Okay. And so I put 1 cup on and 0 it out. So that is negated. And then these weights, we make them 6 ounces, or that's 170 grams. Okay. So we have here our sand. This is, we're still using sand from Randy's old big sandbags. He does strongman, and he was a strongman coach and everything. And when we moved here, he had a whole bunch. And the balloon business has taken over our world, so he doesn't get to do that as much as he would like anymore. So we're using sand weights. But it's playground sand, okay? It's very fine. You can see. Hopefully you can see. Can you see that without me tipping it everywhere? It's very fine, Okay, so if you go to your local hardware store and ask them for like playground sand, it would be fine. I think Randy's gone to get a bag to show you or something. No, you don't have one?
I was going to bring out one of the balloon weights that, the foil weights.
Oh, the foil. I've used them all. They're long gone.
They weigh the same.
Yes, 6 ounces. So, or 170 grams. Yes. All right. So this is zeroed out. I'm going to pour in, and don't inhale the sand dust. And I'm going to take mine up to 6 ounces. I went a little over.
It's like magic.
Right? All right. And then this is what they look like when they're all done. Randy makes these for me. I shouldn't say he makes them. But we use like old stock latex that I have laying around. I bought these when I first started and I never really used the printed ones. So we use them now as weights. So I'm going to use one of those, but we also use like different colors because I like them to match, to coordinate in with my design.
Color theory.
Color theory. So I want them to blend in and not stick out. If you have a big orange balloon on the bottom of a white base, you're going to see it, right? So. We blow it up to pretty much max capacity on our air pumps first, and then let it all out. You want to stretch it, or else all that sand is not going to fit in a non-stretched balloon. All right, and then now that I have my 6 ounces, we have a funnel, and I turn the funnel upside down. I put my neck over top of that and pour it in. It's so cinchy. I get all the sand down there, and then so it's hanging on. I pull that off. I get all the air out of there that I can. Right, Randy?
As much as I can, yes.
And then simply tie it off. And there you go. Now I use that neck when I make my base, and I find one of my necks from underneath, and I tie neck to neck, tie it in. There you go. Or on that base that we just made, I would put it on the ground and spin it around in a figure 8 to lock it in. All right? They're so easy. They save you so much money. They're more environmentally friendly because you can biodegrade your balloon and the sand goes outside. And less liability than using a water weight.
You just dropped one of our sand weights. And it didn't break.
And it didn't break. It went a little flat, but that's okay. If you are in a big, huge house and they have brand new hardwood flooring, and you put a water weight down, and there, there's a little something there that pops a little hole, and all of a sudden you've slow leaked during the day into their hardwood flooring, you better have really good business insurance. So I avoid at all costs any water weights, okay, in anything. And I know I've said it a million times, and I will continue to say it. It's dangerous. So we use the sand, okay? More environmentally friendly, cost effective, liability safe. It's the way to go.
And you can vacuum it up.
Right. You vacuum it up. It's not the end of the world if you get a little sand on the floor. Unless someone skids on it and scratches, but that's not an issue. But then that's their fault, not yours. All right. So that's sand weights. Any other questions? It's good to know different ways of doing things. Exactly. We all have our little cheats or workarounds or whatever that we've come up with. So share, if you've got any you want to share with me, I'd love to hear them. All right, so that's sand weights.
We always like to learn. So
yes, we always. Randy and I are big advocates of education. Knowledge is power, is what I always say. And the more knowledge you have, the more powerful you can be. And I don't want to be powerful, but
What do you mean? Thanos level power. Oh, sorry, I'm letting my geek
show. All right. Let's see here. How are we doing? We're at half-hour mark. These lives always go so fast.
And there's Faith. Faith,
hey, you found us. Nice to see you, Faith. Faith was asking last night about the art. So Randy and I were having dinner outside. When we finished dinner, we came in and we did that little video for you guys. And that's wonderful, Faith. I'm glad we were able to help you out. And that's any time. If you guys have questions, post a question or message me and we will get back to you either with a video like we did for Faith of how to do it, or I'll write you back, okay? I love questions. So who here has used Link-A-Loons? Or Quick Links, the Qualitex ones? Gemar has the G-Links. Glinks. Do we know for a fact that's how they're wanting it said? Glinks or G-Links?
I'm going with Glinks, and I'm making it Facebook famous.
Are you? You think a lot of your Facebook prowess.
Not really, but I want to try to leave something. It's like leaving
a legacy?
A saying.
Oh, things are getting too spicy for the pepper.
Exactly.
If you know, you know. All right, guys, let's move on to Link-A-Loons. Randy and I are being silly. We like to have fun, in case you haven't realized that. And if we can make you laugh along the way, then it's a better day for us. So they have, Link-A-Loons is 12-inch or 6-inch for their links. And I love them. We do a lot. Randy loves them. He does a lot of the structured designs, our big 7-foot numbers. He does with the links, and I love it. And if you ever get to where you're thinking about doing your MBP, make sure you are a master of these. That's all I'm going to say. The thing with quick links is you need to measure them differently than our regular balloons. So our regular balloons, you would, right? You would measure this way with, there it goes. These balloons, you measure sideways. So from the tip, let me see if I can get that so you can see it. Where the tip of this tie-in to the bottom of here, that's your measurement, okay? Sideways, not front. See the difference? It's about a good inch difference, okay? Versus that way. And you take your first one, you tie the knot. All the rest are going to be knot to tip, okay, or neck to tip. You measure. If you have a measured pump, you don't necessarily have to measure there as well. Okay, so I've got the tip of that balloon to the neck of this one, and I'm going to tie it. Okay, there we go. There's 2. And so the tip and the neck. When I get, and I'm making a long string of these, I can do them really quickly, but not always.
So Leona asks, you said MBP. What is that?
Oh, MBP is Master Balloon Professional. So Sempertex has come out with a certification program similar to the CBA, but like next level. And I traveled to Belgium to Sempertex Europe in June, and I tested for that and passed. So I am the first Canadian MBP, which I am very proud to have that title. It means a lot to me. But you guys in the UK, you're getting Sempertex UK, which from what I understand is Sempertex Europe is running Sempertex UK, and you guys are so lucky. It's amazing. They are amazing. Sophie, Kuhn, Denise, you're in great hands. All right, so that's a link of 4, and I've done these in like lengths of 50 or whatever. And the only thing I'm going to caution you on is when you're tying these, you get the necks, right? You don't want to see those, they're ugly. If you're going to cut them, tie again so it's a double knot and then cut them. If you just do the single knot, they're going to get away from you and they're going to deflate. Okay, so trick, tie them twice if you're gonna snip the necks, okay? So that is our 6-inch links. And now we have our 12-inch. And it really is just the same on a bigger scale. So you would measure there. Oh, that's even, right? That's my 8-inch. That would be small for that. I would probably not use that all the time, but
Normally
9, I think, yeah, is more appropriate for these because they're not full enough to get them. Yeah, I don't like that one. We're gonna
switch it up.
increase it to 9 because they're 12-inch. Trying to do them to 8 is just too much of a decrease. You're gonna lose. Yeah, see, much better, right?
Tammy had to walk away for a minute. Who makes these Link-A-Loons?
Oh, no problem, Tammy. These are made by Sempertex, is the Link-A-Loons, and Quick Links was Qualitex. Those aren't available anymore unless you can find old stock, and in which case I would say don't do it. And then Gemar has Glinks or G-Links. Where the debate is out on how they want it pronounced.
Glinks.
Randy is pushing for Glinks, but I think he's a little...
I think we need to put up a survey.
All right, everyone give me your Qualitex is who I knew of. Yes. Unfortunately, Tammy, Qualitex is no longer. It was very sad when they finally announced. Last year in September, they filed bankruptcy in the US. And at that point, we kind of sort of saw... I know, I did them separately. I'm talking. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done one to the other, and I didn't. I tied each one off and then together. Do as I say, not as I do.
You got distracted with the question.
I did. But I have the knots there, so we're good to cut. So there you go. 9-inch Link-A-Loons blown up to 12-inch Link-A-Loons blown up to a 9. See, I'm still thinking about your Qualitex comment. Qualitex, they then they were hoping to restructure and come back through the bankruptcy. That did not happen. So what has now happened is some people have bought up parts of it. I know Tuftex, we had a Qualitex plant here in Hamilton, which is just 30 minutes from where I'm at here in Canada. And Tuftex has bought that out now, and they are going to start manufacturing here, which I'm super excited about. 260s, please. And then I know a lot of different, I have a whole podcast on it, Tammy. I would suggest you watch it. It'll give you a lot more of the information. I don't want to bore everyone if they've watched it, but lots of good information in those. But these are so much fun. I use them even in the making designs. Let's see here. Watch. And so what you do to get them to stand up and stick together is you make...
Do it on this one.
Oh, I got them too big for that one. You can either do quads. See? These are the Prima. I would get tired of having to squish them down all the time. But anyways.
They're like this 7-inch
Qualitex Chrome was the same way. Yeah.
They had 7-inchers.
So like, look at all that waste on that. So I would be putting all that in my composter too. Okay. Save all that stuff. It's good. So you could then bring it around there and you wrap it, and that could be like a body of a, be careful you don't, see, I do that. I like to snap the ends of them, and then they go inside, and then I lose the ends, so you have to fight for them. But they're really cute. You could use that as a body of like an animal, put a gecko head on top of that or whatever. It'd be cute. There's lots of ways, but the little quads hold them upright. You can do whole arches in these, and they stay up on their own without helium. Okay, so lots of fun things that you can do with these Link-A-Loons. And like I said, the MVP, if you are going to go and become certified one day, you will need to know how to use these extensively, and you can message me and I'll help you. All right, so that's it for me tonight. I have flown through the demonstrations this week.
Yeah, you're 40 minutes.
40 minutes! I am getting faster at this.
That's not a...
Yes, Leona, Gemmar. Those are the ones we were talking about. Glinks or G-Links is Gemmar brand. You're right. Yep, they make these as well. And I love them. They're so much fun. I made a gingerbread house out of them one year for a giant Christmas parade. We did. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
It was nerve-wracking.
Because Christmas time, right? All the mocha goes away because everyone's making gingerbread houses, whatever. I could not for the life, and this was during COVID, okay? Could not for the life of me get mocha Link-A-Loons or Quick Links. They were nowhere to be found. And so but I could find tons of clear Link-A-Loons. No, they were Quick Links, actually clear at the time. And so we double stuffed mocha inside the clear and the clear inside the mocha because we wanted it more mocha-y. Cut the top of the mocha so that the clear link tip came out, and that's what we used. So it was so labor intensive, but I had no choice. I had promised it to the client, and in between the time of promising it to the client and going to actually buy them a few days later, someone cleared out our whole distributor of them. So
yeah,
that was Randy did a lot of that.
I did a majority of the brown.
Yes, his poor fingers. Yeah, having to snip the tip off the mocha first was hard. A lot of extra work.
And making sure I didn't cut too much to where it would
rip it.
Yeah,
you had to be it took some trial and error to figure it out. That is for sure. I feel I am among my people on Tuesday. It's Wednesday, hon. And you are with your people. And I'll tell you, in my lifetime, I've had a few careers. Most recently, before this, I was a florist. And if you have ever worked with flowers, it transitions nicely. But to find your tribe, to find your people, it's really been wonderful within the balloon community, more so than any other that I've been in. We all, and I preach it all the time, make friends with other balloon designers within your area because we help each other out all the time. Oh my God, I have a last minute order, but I don't have any Imperial Red. Do you? Yeah, I got some, come get them. And we help each other out. And that only makes the industry better. And then here at Looney Balloony Learning Center, Randy and I, we have always said we are a family for families. And what I always tell everybody is unwittingly, you have joined our family. And so welcome to the Ohana. We lived in Hawaii for 14 years, so Ohana is our way of life, and it's love and taking care of each other. And I'm here to be the mama of the Ohana. And you can come to mom for anything. I promise I'll help you out.
Or are you auntie?
Auntie, yes. In Hawaii, they believe a community to raise a child. Which I loved. My daughter was there through her high school years, and it was amazing. It was so good. And so when we talk to each other, we're all, if I was talking to someone of my own age, a woman, it would be sister or brother. And if they're older, they're either auntie, for, of course, an aunt, or tutu if they're grandmother age. So it's always respect, and it's always meant with love. Aloha. But I love the different cultures. Randy and I have done a lot of traveling, not to Australia. We want to get there. Randy is dying to dive the Great Barrier Reef. He's a free diver and a spear fisherman, but no fishing there. But he'd love to dive it.
Well, I love to spearfish too. There.
Is it allowed though on the Great Barrier Reef? I don't think it is.
areas, yes, I've already looked it up. It's just the great white sharks I would have to watch out for.
Yes, yeah, we've had a few run-ins with those.
Fine with
I
that.
did a masterclass this past Sunday hosted by the Bargain Balloon. Yes! How was it, Trish? I saw Lucy was there from our Canadian balloon makers. How was it? I saw some videos and everything. It looked good. And Nancy, I have a question. Do you sell those arches? Yes, we messaged back. We commented back to you today. The pricing, it's $125 for the full arch setup that you saw, and it comes with either black or white bases. Your choice. But if you choose white, he could have it ready for you tomorrow if you want. If you want black, he's got to paint the stands. But he's got extras of the white ready to go. And Nancy, I was in to SKS this week because they gave me the Prima Balloons, and I was talking to Karen. I've heard you signed up for some of their classes too. That's great. Happy to hear it. Education is the best thing to move you forward. If you are wanting to improve your skills, I'll just stop handling the pump now. But by investing in your education will never be a mistake. Ever. So even if it's a horrible teacher, you learn from that too, because you learn to do more research to find out how they are as a teacher. But I look forward tomorrow night, speaking of classes, tomorrow night we have our webinar on our balloon hug or crescent, as I choose to call them. And I'm really looking forward to that. We have Nancy, you're part of that, and Inez, you've signed up tonight. I got to send you some stuff. I'll be sending it all out tonight. I have one more page to do on the notes, and then I'll be sending them out after we're done here tonight.
Also, if no one has signed up yet, please sign up soon. We need to get all this information out to you so you can.
I need to send you the Zoom links and stuff like that. So it's $60 Canadian, and if you can't be there live, you will have access to the recording for 1 week after it goes live. So you will have time to rewatch it, to make it on your own and everything like that. But do sign up for it before tomorrow morning if you can, because I have to prep. But so that is coming up, and very, very excited for that, because that's can be accessed worldwide online. And then August 20th, also coming up very quickly, is our hands-on workshop in Mississauga, Ontario, here, not that far from us, close to Toronto. And we will be doing the double-digit marquee with the distorted flowers. Everyone's been bugging me for the distorted flowers. Not bugging, no one ever bugs me, but asking me for the distorted flowers. And so I am bringing it. It's sort of a 2-for-1 class. You get the marquee and the distorted flowers, which is great. And lunch, we provide lunch.
Also, you'll be able to access it if you're not in Canada on Zoom also. Right,
yes, we're offering that one via Zoom, which we like to do because we understand people can't be here locally. So it's $350 now for the in-person class, and like I said, it's all inclusive. We do a little bit of coffee and pastries in the morning, and then we provide lunch. All the supplies are included. And then if you're doing it online, you would get all the notes, and you get to watch. In the morning I teach, in the afternoon you get to make it, and I watch you make it. Even online, you can have everything there ahead of time. I'll send you, as soon as you purchase your spot, I send you a list that you have to have for product, and then you can make it along with us, and I watch you as well and give you feedback and help you with any issues. And we celebrate. If you take it online, I mail you, snail mail, your certificate of completion, and in class you get a big presentation at the end with pictures, and we have a lot of fun.
Nancy is going to take one of those stands in white, but she'll pick it up next week from us at the
class. Yeah, at the yes, absolutely. That's awesome. I'm so excited. I'll send you an invoice for that tomorrow. Okay. And any questions? Bring them. What have you worked on this week that you absolutely love? Throw up a picture. Let me see. If you ever want feedback on something, but you're not confident enough to put it up in the regular group, send it to me directly. I don't mind, and I can always give you some constructive criticism or ideas for the future, or celebrate it with you and be like, fabulous job. Love it. All right. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you guys. I want to help the industry. The industry has given me so much. I would not be here without the wonderful award of the Balloon Designer of the Year that I got at Nozzle Up. I still blush, and I still can't believe it happened. But it gave me the confidence to help you guys too, and that's what I want to do.
And I love seeing her blush, so I'm always the hype man and just pushing her.
He really is. He tells everybody about it. I'm like, shh. Only people in the industry care, and even some of those don't. But I'm excited. They're now promoting the Nozzle Up 2025, and I will be there. I would love if anyone wants to come and join. I'd love to have a contingency of Loony Balloony Learning Center clients. I would love it. But it is amazing. It is also an all-inclusive convention, which was great. So I just paid for my flight, my transportation there, and my hotel room. Everything else is paid for. Your lunch, they have a huge spread, like they had a candy bar, all the beverages throughout the day you need. Your dinner was
Fanta.
included. I love the European Fanta. Let me just say, the North American stuff is too sugary and too artificial for me, but theirs is really good. So I was drinking that. I was like going out of style because I was so tired. But a little sugar pick me up. And then at nights we would have dinners together, and they had the big banquet night. It's just really well done. Really, really. I've been to not a lot of balloon conventions, but a lot of conventions in different industries in my life, and by far, best one. So look them up. Summertex Europe, Nozzle Up is the name of the convention. And you know, okay, Sophie, if you're watching, don't listen. I had no idea, because here in North America, we don't call these nozzles. We call them necks, right? So I didn't really know what the Nozzle Up was referring to, but hey, I'm gonna go. And I get there and they've done a whole garland. And every now and again, they would have one with the nozzle facing up. And it took me embarrassingly long amount of time to figure it out.
Also on her trophy for Balloon Designer of the Year, it has the nozzle up on the balloon.
I had figured it out before I got the award though. I will say that, but I made amazing friends over there that I have kept in touch with, and I even went and stayed with Ellen, who I met over there, and we've become fast friends when I went to Belgium to test for my MVP. People in this industry are amazing. That's all I yelling at all.
We're gonna have to help Nancy with her curly cues. They don't curly.
Oh, mine don't curly. I like that. Okay, Nancy, maybe we need to schedule a time for you and I to have a chat about all that. And I can show you. I can give you a little one-on-one session. We'll talk, okay? So when you say Nozzle Up, I think of, yes, the helium nozzle. I agree. And I think that's a Canadian way of thinking of things. But over there, these are called nozzles.
In the States, it would be a nozzle for something that air would come out of.
Right.
So helium
air comes out of that too.
But I wouldn't associate that. I would say a neck.
Yes. Yeah. And so what they did is they double stuffed, obviously, and the one inside they tied off, and then they just had this one sticking up. It was amazing. So many amazing teachers were there as well. But anyways, so coming up, I mentioned we have the color theory webinar and a pricing webinar that we're doing. And for my amazing UK friends, I am working on getting access to your UK pricing through, I've reached out to a couple distributors to get access to your pricing on products so that I can have that pre-filled in. In my pricing webinars that I do, I give you a working copy, you can use it moving forward, of the spreadsheet that I have been working on for 4+ years, and refining and fixing and improving as it goes on. But I have all the pricing in there. So I keep it current. So if I can get access to that in the UK, I would even have in there your UK pricing for your balloons. So that's what I'm working on. If anyone has a hookup with a distributor over there, I would love to do that, hear from you. But if not, I will find a way. Sophie is trying to help me from Summertex EU with all that. So that's a fun thing, and it helps so much. In so many of the groups, Randy and I have seen what would you price this for? How much would you charge for this? How much should I be charging for this? And I think it's vital that you know that information, preferably before you sell it. I don't know how. I've seen a few where they're like, I have this install on the weekend, I have to do it, and I have no idea what to charge for it. I'm like, if it's this weekend, you should have already received payment for it. So how much? Anyways, for me, what I do here in our local delivery business, so I have the learning center and then I have our local delivery business that is our primary income. Okay, we have no other income. Randy and I work this business 7 days a week. Probably about 10 hours a day, right, Randy? It's crazy.
What? No. We barely sleep. It's 24/7.
Anyways, where was I going with that?
I don't know. We haven't slept for like years.
Anyway, for my local delivery guys and everything, I require payment at time of booking 100%. I don't no longer do I used to do a 50-50 split. I got messed over a few times on that. I used to do COD possible when I first started. Oh my God, don't ever do that. And it's very easy to convert your clients to this payment policy. All I say to them is, our payment policy is full payment at time of booking to ensure you're spot on our schedule. And if they push back, I say, I'm sorry, I've had some people that didn't pick up after their commitment. I made their design and I lost money. I no longer accept that as a form of payment. So at that point, they have no argument. Either they're going to make the order, which they usually do. I've not had anyone turn away from me from it. And, or they pay it. So don't be afraid to stand up to get your payments. Okay. You have to put a worth on your work that you're not willing to budge from. Okay. And that confidence, being confident, is also a big thing. They are not going to argue with you. I promise. And if they do, then walk them to the door, because you don't want that in your world. Believe me. Dealing with that once is okay. But if they're like that, they're going to be like that every time. So please think about that.
The onus is messenger. And
let me know what you're looking. I will, for sure. And we can chat about all that, because I would love to do one for strictly the UK, and then do one here for North America with our pricing in it. I think that would be great. I've done one here already, and it was a tremendous success. I know quite a few people that are on tonight that were in there. So Inez, Nancy, Sharita. Is Sharita on tonight?
No, Sharita never.
Oh, okay. So busy. I know she's very busy. So that's a wonderful thing. I love to help. Please message me with any questions. The only thing I don't give help with is design ideas. So if you get a client and they want, I need birthday balloons for a 12-year-old girl, can you send me some ideas? That is not something I will do. Okay, that's your job as a designer, to start training your creative brain to come up with ideas. Questions for me are, I've come up with this idea, how do I execute it? That I will help you with, okay? But start working on getting your creative mind. If you're new, we have a lot more people that have a little bit more experience now. But if you're new, work on creating that creative brain. It's very important. All right, so I think that is, yes, I had to do that today. So no, that's the price. See? Yeah, we get a lot of people like that, and they'll, if I pay cash, can I get away with not paying the taxes? Nope. Is there any discounts available? No.
If I order by bulk, and it's like, how bulk do you want to do?
I have two kids.
We got schools.
Yeah, I have two kids. If I order both of their birthdays right now together, even though they're 6 months apart, can I have a discount? No. Okay, get comfortable with no. People will always try, but you have to stick up for yourself. Remember that. There's not a lot of people out there that will do it for you, so you gotta do it. Do you give ideas to your clients, Tess, if they ask? And is that for free? Yes, I do. So my normal response to them is I always ask for the date up front, because I book out dates. I become very full and can't take any more. So I ask the date to see if I have space before we get into any sort of design ideas. Then if I do have space on that day, I say, okay, what did you have in mind? If you have any inspiration pictures, feel free to send those. I'm always happy to quote for you. It is a hard and fast rule of mine. I never copy a design. I will tell them in advance. I can do something inspired by that, but mine is going to look like my work, not their work. And they're okay with that. I've never had anyone not have a problem or have a problem with that. Then they will, okay, it's for a baby boy shower. I have no idea what I want. I have done now in the 4 years, I've crossed over 14,000 designs. So I have pictures of every one of those that have gone out. Yes, I have an external hard drive for all of those.
1 terabyte.
Yeah, of pictures. So I will start sending some. I've got them cataloged fairly well that I can put in boy shower, and they all come up in my database, and I can start sending her some for ideas. I don't do mock-ups. I don't do drawings unless it's a huge order. For the most part, because I have all those pictures, that's a thing. And they love that. They love being able to see. And then they can say, okay, I like this color, but can we change this? But not overly too much. I'm very lucky. I enjoy a good reputation in my community. And so a lot of people just say, do what you want. This is the occasion. We kind of want some blues in there. Do what you want. And that's a nice feeling. It's a nice thing when they do that for us.
That's our repeat clients. We got
a lot of. We have an 86 to a 90% repeat client rate, which I am very proud of, and I work very hard to maintain. So we have been enjoying watching families age or grow. We've done countless couples where we did the bridal shower, the wedding, the baby shower, the baby's baptism, and the baby's first birthday now. And we love it. Randy and I love it because we're getting to know these families, and it's a nice feeling. So you just answered my question. I was going to ask if you do mock-ups. Yep. And Faith, what is your policy for outdoor installs? Do you sell contracts? You know what? I have never used a contract. I don't believe in them. Well, it's not that I don't believe in them. I do. But I find people tend to chill, their attitude chills when you say you want them to sign a contract. I work very hard to manage my clients' expectations. So when they want something outside, I do outside work a lot. But what I do is I spend a lot of time back and forth with my clients. Okay, we can do outside, but this is what it's going to look like within an hour of me installing it. It's going to oxidize. I can use high shine, but they're going to possibly pop faster. Like, I give them options. I spend way too much time on admin, but it stops me from having to create contracts. Okay, the contracts, first of all, really won't. Minimal amount of support in a lawsuit if you need.
Oh, your internet connection was restored.
Nice. Have to go live again?
Yeah. No, it's back up.
Oh, and everyone's still there?
I don't know.
Oh. So I'm frozen over here. Do I have to refresh maybe?
I will have to listen to this last part. Lost. Okay. You're back up.
I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but our internet today has been spotty. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but I hope you're still here. Anyways, I was answering your question about contracts. I generally don't do them. I have yet to have a problem where I needed one. To be very honest with you, it's not something I've had an issue with. I do a lot of corporate work as well. Like, I just booked today 3 big corporate jobs and not a single contract went out.
But they're not in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, these are like 1,000, up to 2,000, 3,000 when I do Google, but not anything exceptional. I am not one of these $20,000 job people. That's not what we do. Not that I wouldn't take that on. I would. In fact, I'm going to a meeting tomorrow that might be up in and around that range. But
that's where it might get contractual.
That's where it might start to get contractual. But I don't have one to sell because I've never designed one. I'm sorry. That is just not something I've gotten. But maybe someone else out there knows of one that does. If you do, please answer her with that or forward it on. Randy, how do I get the questions back up here? I'm so sorry we lost connection there for a little bit. I hope you're all still here. Any other questions? I hope I answered that for you well enough. Sorry, the dropping got me way off base.
It threw us.
For a loop. Yes. You're back. Awesome.
Yeah. So you answered her. It was back up. So
okay. I'm glad that we were able to get you back up and answered. And Faith, you were able to understand the video last night of the arch. You got all that? Yeah?
She got all that.
Awesome.
She loved that.
Awesome. That was Randy's gig there last night. So I'm a little out of the loop on that.
It's all good in the hood.
With it just being Randy, our daughter used to work for us. She's now off doing her own thing, but it was easier with the three of us. And now it's between Randy and I. So we're trying to get everything done for everybody. Divide and conquer. Sometimes we have to. But anyways,
we might as well
call it a day. Thank you so very much for everybody showing up. I can't believe the amount of people we had tonight. It was absolutely amazing. Tune in next week for more tips and let me help you balloon it yourself. Take care, everyone. See you next week. Mwah.